Hey parents, my name is Elizabeth and I'm a strength coach mainly working with young athletes from different sports like rugby, football, or basketball. Now you probably wonder why kids already need a strength coach because you've heard that strength training for kids, especially with a barbell or dumbbells, is dangerous. It stunts their growth and it's useless because kids can't build muscle due to a lack of testosterone anyway. You've probably also heard that kids should only do bodyweight exercise like push-ups or pull-ups. But is it actually true?
Unfortunately, there are many wrong information about strength training with kids on the internet. And even medical professionals like physios or doctors are not up to date with pediatric exercise science research. I want to debunk the common misconceptions and help you understand how resistance training can be beneficial for the development of your child, not only for performance aspects of your child playing basketball, football, running track, or any other sport. Resistance training has many health benefits for kids too.
But let's start with the biggest concern and also the most heard and discussed myth around resistance training with kids. Lifting weights leads to growth plate injuries and therefore stunts a child's growth. The epiphyseal plate, better known as the growth plate, is growing tissue at the end of a child's bones. Recent studies have found out that supervised and age-appropriate strength training will not damage a child's growth plates, stunt the growth, or affect the maximum potential height. The fact that Olympic weightlifters on elite level tend to be smaller than the average man or woman is because this provides a biomechanical advantage. Weightlifters are therefore not small because they do weightlifting, but because smaller people have the more suitable physique for the sport. Most acute growth plate injuries happen when kids fall, for example, when playing at the playground, when skateboarding, or when they climb trees and fall off. Chronic growth plate injuries due to overuse and monotonous strain mainly occur when specializing in one sport like football or baseball early. Another risk factor for growth plate injuries in young athletes are sports like American football or rugby that include collisions like tackling. Actually, physical conditioning, including strengthening, range of motion, and proprioceptive exercises, may help to reduce both acute and chronic growth plate injuries and prepare the body for the physical demands of the sport. Another myth around strength training with kids is that it's completely ineffective because children lack testosterone, so resistance training is a waste of time. A number of studies have shown that kids can increase strength and the percentages are comparable to adults. With one exception, strength gains before puberty are mainly accomplished without significant changes in muscle size. But strength training improves motor skill coordination, it increases motor unit activation, and other neural adaptations. From a physiological perspective, children also adapt very well to resistance training. It can improve body composition, strength, and aerobic capacity. Therefore, strength training increases the athletic performance in the kid's chosen sport. Children participating in age-appropriate strength training sessions also benefit from injury risk reduction due to muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones becoming stronger. A study found out that lifting weights before puberty increases the bone mineral density and makes bone fractures less likely. One of the main benefits of strength training for kids are positive psychological changes like gaining self-confidence and reducing stress. Especially for overweight kids, lifting weights is a great tool to get them back to physical activity. Very often they struggle to perform bodyweight exercises. So unlike running, jumping, or bodyweight exercises like push-ups and pull-ups, lifting weights is scalable and overweight kids can progress to even achieve body weight movements by using free weights. But how do we ensure that the strength training program for kids is safe, and when can kids start lifting weights? First of all, the focus is not on load or lifting heavy. It's on learning proper technique. So, kids can start lifting weights when they are able to follow instructions. Children learn how to lift and perform the movements to gain strength training competencies. If proper technique is taught, then the injury risk is very low. Due to not emphasizing on load and monitoring volume, we can avoid overuse injuries. Remember, our focus is on reducing injuries, psychological well-being, strengthening the kid for playing sports, and overall health. Furthermore, a good strength training program for kids is fun and varied and part of an holistic approach on athlete development. If you're interested in the research and the literature, then look at all these resources that I've provided here.